I'm joined virtually by Elizabeth Cox, Ashley White, and Anthony Koo, who are hosting a session on hydrogen. Now, there are high hopes for hydrogen to help decarbonize transportation, industry, and power generation, and material science has an important part to play. So let's start with you, Elizabeth and Ashley. You're part of the group that organized the materials needs for energy sustainability by 2050. Is hydrogen the fuel of the future? That's a panel session, which will be held on Tuesday evening. What will attendees of this session experience?
It's really fun. What we try to do is create an engaging environment for our attendees. We do that through some live polling. We've got time for Q&A as well. And it's just an opportunity maybe to get a little bit outside of our really super narrow technical focus as material scientists and kind of be part of a wider discussion that looks at how you bring in other kind of interdisciplinary scientific aspects, but also things outside like policy, industry, that sort of thing that are all part of our ecosystem of really tackling sustainability challenges.
It really opens up that conversation so that we're not just siloed in our disciplines, but we're thinking holistically about how to really address our biggest challenges moving forward, and not just from your particular silo, your discipline, whether it's a policy one, whether it's a materials one, whether it's a supply chain one. But it does cut across all of it, and it opens our minds and broadens the discussion.
And Anthony, you're actually going to be the moderator for the session. In looking at the panelists, we see a mix of representatives from industry, academia, and government agencies. Tell us about the importance of these three groups working together in this effort.
28 years will go by very, very quickly if you think about the magnitude of the changes that we're looking to do across energy, industry, the economy. And so to be able to do something like that, you really do need ideas. You need to have capabilities to actually put those into practice in the real world. You need rules for the playing field for the markets. And so industry, academia, government, they all come together and they have to be talking to each other to be able to make sure you get things done as quickly and as a large scale as you're trying to do. And so the speakers that we have actually will represent and will be in industry, academia, and policy, but they've actually been in different lanes. So it'll be a really neat conversation, we think, to be able to bring out what will it take to be able to do everything we're trying to do in under 30 years.
And past events in the Sustainability by 2050 series focused on the role of plastics, incentivizing a zero waste future, and storage for decarbonization. Why the focus on hydrogen as a fuel for this meeting?
Right, hydrogen's part of the overall picture, but how does it fit in? We're not quite sure. And so having that conversation and moving that along, I think has value, especially with the technical communities and trying to connect not just MRS with each other, but also with the broader landscape of what's going on and what people are talking about.
And you selected 2050 as the target date for this series on sustainability. Why that date in particular, and how are we doing in achieving that target?
The 2050 date kind of recognizes that there are urgent energy climate needs right now that we need to start tackling.
The lifespan of many things, whether it's power plants or transportation, those have specific timelines, right? So a power plant might be in operation for 40 years before it needs to be either shut down or it needs to be renovated or something needs to happen. And so understanding that when we're looking at the long-term vision, the long-term goal of reaching energy sustainability by 2050, then that's holistic.
And if someone wanted to get involved with the MRS focus on sustainability topics, how do they do that?
So if you find me or Elizabeth or Anthony at our event, we can certainly point you in the right direction. You could also go to MRS's website. There is a focus on sustainability page on the MRS site. Or you can also send me an email. So I'm the chair of the subcommittee. Feel free to reach out.
All right, thank you so much. Such an interesting topic. See you soon. As a reminder, that session will be on Tuesday evening, 7 p.m. in room 310 here at the Hawaii Convention Center.